Hi everyone, my name is Pooja. My student ID is 30381073. We are here today to present our group presentation of ITEC 7409 software testing regarding a case study document related to online backstage management system. We are 5 members in this group. Everyone going to present their own work.
To start with the system overview, according to this case study, Royal South Street Society is a programming art organization which runs some events such as festival, competition, and concert are held in it by all the volunteers. Generally, all the events which held in this society are take place through registration process. In this process, all volunteer have to register the detail of all the participants by hand on paper. Then volunteer have to transfer all these detail to the other role position like stage manager, etc. For that, volunteer have to put extra effort to manage these events. We see so many issues during the registration process, like it is time consuming process, lots of paper also wasted, health and security issue due to such hard activities. Then OBMS online backstage management system is required to design by seeing such issues in which interface online system is required to design on paper based system, and all the data is distributed through online backstage management system among various role programming position, and it is required then an administrator can control all registration process through OBMS very easily. Here the test approaches. The main purpose of test approaches is planning of testing to identify the method that is needed for testing the system. For that, firstly strategy is developed, secondly strategy is implemented, and then testing process is managed. And here are some methodologies were used for testing OBMS system. Unit testing, integration testing, and system testing. Unit testing is the testing of individual unit of a program to test in the unit is working as per the requirement or not. Unit testing is done by developer, and a Java programming tool, namely TestNG, was selected for testing. Integration testing is a level of software testing where individual units are combined and tested as a group. The purpose of this level of testing is to explore error in the integration between integrated units. So system testing is done to check whether the software or product meet the requirement or not. It is used for developer as well as tester. System testing takes place after unit testing and integration.
Hi everyone, this is Amandeep, and here in this assignment my participation is more for the test plan. As we all know, planning is the first step of software testing. A test plan document outlines the planning for entire test process. And in this environment requirements, in this part hardware and software requirements are described according to which software have to be developed, and these are tested. Second one is functional and non-functional requirements. In this, some of the functional and non-functional requirements were described that are needed to included in OBMS are required for testing. And third one is schedule test estimation. In this section, I deal with the starting and ending date of testing, resource required. In this, I discussed regarding the responsibilities of team members, such as test engineers are required for making plan for the testing of the system, testing cycles and level of testing. System requirements for testing. In this, I discuss about which testing tool server and network we use for testing the software. Proceeding further, testing tools. In this, I use Citrus and JUnit tools for unit testing for making sure data is protected for multi-threads. And last second, features to be tested or not. For instance, it is vital to test that whether the data will be stored in the database for future use or not. On the other hand, language is not to be tested. It is set up already in English language. Last one is traceability metrics. As we all know, it is necessary part of test plan, which I did as this document traces and map user requirements, mostly requirements IDs from requirement specification document with the test case IDs.
My name is Jasbir Singh. I'm going to talk about test cases. As we know, a test case is a set of conditions under which a tester will determine whether the system under a test satisfy requirement or work correctly. Here is what I have performed so many test cases where we will expect the outcome and will know if the actual outcome is related to what we expected, whether it passed or failed. For example, we'll take an example of launching a site and then testing procedure where user open an application choose enter ID password, and they will display on the screen. If it match the database, it will be open. Otherwise, it will be failing. So there are number of test cases which determine our research. Another example would be using an application where we select a recipient, send a message. If the message is sent, the tick will be shown, which means we have succeeded. That's all about the test cases. Thank you very much. In testing procedure, we will learn about what is the procedure which we require when we test a particular test case. For example, in competitor open application, we sign up in the application, we enter our personal details. If we are registered already in that particular competitor, the test will be passed. Otherwise, we will be failed. So that's how the test procedure can be understood in each and every slide which we have worked on. Similar with the website, same things are happened because some things changed. Because website has their own criteria. If you match the criteria, test will be passed. If you fail, test will be failed. That's all about the testing procedures. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Simran. So here I'm going to present my work which is on Gantt chart. Gantt chart shows tons of difficult extend information in an instinctive and more scannable way. This apparatus permits everybody included within the building process to see at the full venture from a bird's eye view. This is basically for overseeing extend planning data as well as direct extend insights, counting assignments, and the way they are to be carried out, counting priority, etc. And it has some tasks which we're going to discuss in the next slide. It has some tasks to perform by different people. First of all, testing manager collect the information within 6 days, and the processing order is 2. Following that, developer did the designing, UI code, and implementation within 10 days, and the processing order is still 2. After that, testing leader and analyst do the testing plan within 1 day, and the testing order is 2. So following that, tester has a few jobs to do. First is unit testing, then integration testing, and then system testing. And it has different durations to do that. First unit testing to 5, integration 7, and system 5, and they have the same processing order, which is 2. After the developer do the bug fixing within 8 days, and the processing order is 1. Then maintenance is done by performance tester within 1 day, and the processing order is 2. Then final testing is done by testing leader or analyst within 30 days, and the processing order is still 2. So after that, the release engineer do the releasing version within 6 days, and the processing order is 1. So final testing take the longest time. Thank you.
Hello, myself Anuj Jangda. I am here on Assume Budget, a thing that acknowledged as true or as about to happen but without any evidence. It means before starting any project, we have to assume how much it's cost for us and how much it cost for customer as well. And we don't have any proof for that. Budget assumptions are expectations for both business and personal budgeting purpose. It means when we start anything and when we are going to testing, we have to expect about the business, mean how we have to budgeting on that project. It is used for expected or assume pay and cost. It means before assign any software tester, any manager, we are going to make a roughly idea, mean how we are going to pay him, how we are going to pay at a per hour per week, and how it's cost. Hey, next slide, his example. Here you can see we assign test managers Robert and Williams at $65 per hour for 5 days a week. For testing leader and analyst, James and Smith at 60 per hour for 5 days as well. For tester John and Jack at $65 per hour, developer Egan and Jason at $70 per hour, and for lead engineer Chris at $55 per hour. Them for all of them are for 5 days a week.